Went well.
Okay, I just want to quickly run through and see that everyone is on their own tunes.
I did check earlier. It looks like everyone's in the clear.
Behaving.
Yeah.
Oh, K-Tech. Yeah, but that is K-Tech, so he just shared his tune. That's all.
Okay, yeah, that's
Good evening,
good to
Bettered
go.
Zero. Are you ready? The guys have been extremely somber, by the way, in the chat. These semi-pro guys are as cold as ice. I mean, the AM guys were partying yesterday.
They give nothing away.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. These guys are all readied up. I'm going to start the launch.
Fantastic. I'm going to go at the back.
I am going to be in the middle. I'm going to jump on board with Reaper.
Okay, I'm on board with Jester, our current leader.
In the championship.
In the championship, yes.
I've got the, as we say that, my championship board just came up as well.
Boom.
So as you guys can see, we've got
Good
Jester,
timing.
It's all been
Venom,
planned.
Huey, Volley. It was definitely. Super Van Roy, K-Tech, Raccoon, Reaper. And then as soon as the it changes over, you guys will see the rest. Okay, so without any issues, I can see everyone is ready to race.
Let's do this.
There goes the rest of the championship standings. Okay, start race. Countdown started.
Fantastic.
Mhm.
Good
Earlier
evening,
than last
MD4
night.
and Booktune.
I'm happy about this.
Welcome on board, guys.
We've got the Saint already happy here. Is rooting for Easter.
Yeah,
Easter finding himself down in 12th place in the standing, so he needs to get
Here
a
we
good
go.
result. And race is on its way. Already seeing a good battle between
Easter's got a good start though.
Oh, I see UV backed out there.
Lightrix are trying to get past Reaper, yeah, but Reaper having a good start, going from
Oh,
fourth to
volley!
second.
Oh, just a bit too wide. I'm going to jump on board there. But everyone was being super
And we've
polite.
got Lightrix on the inside. Oh, Gatek in the middle between Reaper and Lightrix. Woo! Some excellent racing happening here.
Ooh, Lightrex going for first. No, just
Yeah,
not managing to get
K-Tech
it
now
yet.
finding himself in third place.
Oh,
Lightrix in second.
Slight contact there. They're all evenly matched at this stage. These guys have been practicing in ghost mode, so this is the first time they've had contact.
Oh, Reaper trying the outside of K-Tech, and we still got Lightrix on the inside of.
Lightrex is there.
Oh,
No,
he
but he's
loses
spinning
it.
out.
He
Oh.
lost it. Oh my!
I didn't see if there was
word, that is
contact
bad.
there.
No, I
Oh
think
no!
he just lost it. He was
There we
too
go.
quickly on the throttle there. Back on board with Reaper, and a bit of contact between Reaper and Remington, teammates.
Only a couple €100,000 in damage.
Yeesh.
And we've got Skommeltolly behind Remington in the chat here. So welcome aboard, Skommeltolly.
We've got a great shot of all the action here at the back with volley. So Light Rex is now at the back, but it seems like UV and F50 are picking up all the pieces.
I want Easter to do well because he's driving my favourite car.
Oh, what's he in? Is he in the
The
Vulcan?
Pagani.
Oh, the Pagani.
yeah, the
Yes,
Pagani.
of course. Yes.
Well, so far he's pulling away from K-Tech in second place. K-Tech doing
Remington's
well.
on the
Oh,
inside of K-Tech.
K-Tech dropping down to third now. Let's see what this
Vulcan's
Vulcan
doing well
does.
as well.
Yeah, this Vulcan is brilliant around this track.
They're nicely bunched up still.
Both running a bit wide.
Ooh, Jester's there though.
We've got some cheers for Team CBI in the chat here, MD4.
Nice. We've got K-Tech now down to fifth place from third, finding himself behind Reaper and under attack from Super Van Roy. Oh, Super Van Roy on the inside.
On the inside, that was beautiful.
K-Tech
Oh no,
losing
K-Tech's
control.
in the dirt.
Yeah,
Oh,
K-Tech going off track there. There's a bit of contact there, but it was side by side. So
Light Rex
and
looks
Light
like
Rex now.
can he is doing on the inside.
Yes.
There we go.
But will he have the speed on the exit though?
Have a look.
Because he took a very tight line. He's keeping his.
He's
speed,
holding
so
it, yeah.
That's good.
Full defense mode.
Wally's putting some pressure on Yui as well.
Well, I'm gonna jump on board the front runners again. Let's see what's happening. Oh, Remington finding himself in first place ahead of
Nice.
Jester.
And it
And then
was
we've got Reaper in third.
Reaper was saying earlier.
Venom.
Sorry, that Remington's doing 44s consistent yesterday, so he's got the pace to hold that.
Oh, that's good. Oh, and we've got some action at the back. It looks like Venom going very wide.
Ooh, Superman
Yui.
Roy and Yui right next to each other.
Oh,
Ooh,
and
bit of
Light
contact
Rex.
with
Oh,
them.
the Light Rex is back on them.
Yes.
Oh my word.
Oh, this is some interesting racing. I want to see what's happening at the front between Jester and Remington. Remington hoping his connection issues are sorted out. He's been doing a
Has
lot
he
of
made
testing.
his way to Faber now?
Yes, he has been on Fiber for 2 races now.
Nice.
But he's been disconnected from the last one in
Not so nice.
Nicely
Wait
held
for the
by
sun,
Volley
yes.
there.
Yeah.
So he's been testing ever since that race and trying to make sure his connection holds. And it's strange how certain people get disconnected from certain games. I had a chat with my brother earlier the week, and the week's only 2 days old. Anyway, and my brother's been saying it's strange how he can be in a lobby for 2 to 3 hours in Forza, but the minute he swaps over to Project Cars, he can only stay in the lobby for about half an hour or so.
That is
Yeah,
strange.
it is a bit strange. You probably find there's some sort of
Okay,
connection.
so now we've got
they
the
look for.
truth about why is Remington finding himself at the front. Aister disconnected.
Oh no.
Oh,
and
I was actually wondering
that
what
is-
happened to Ace.
we've just had a collision at the
Yes.
back as well between Light Rex
Oh.
and K-Tech, I think it was. Oof.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Ace is
the
not going to be
same
happy with that. Yeah.
Yeah, this is now what 2 races that he's also been disconnected, if I remember correctly.
Unbelievable,
A
yeah.
Volley finding himself in 6th place behind Super Van Roy.
Looks like he's got his Ferrari hooked up nicely. He's very quick through the fast corners.
No, it looks like he's doing really well.
Well, for someone that needed to change his tune just before the race started, it definitely looks like
Yeah.
he's sorted.
Ooh, UV's...
And we've got Yui on
Oh,
speed
there's
there.
some contact.
the
Oh,
Wally's not going to let that go, but Yui's still
very
on the
close
inside.
racing.
I'm surprised that
Yui's
599's got the
6.
legs in the straight.
Yeah, some
Well-
aggressive driving there from Yui, so I don't know if he planned that or...
Yui was
He's just
struggling
like,
a lot
"Oh, I'll
in
take this guy."
Silverstone, so he would want to jump back.
Yeah,
He's finding himself in 3rd place in the championship standing,
that's
so
right.
he definitely wants to keep
Still
that
good,
going.
yeah.
Yeah. Promotion territory.
Yes,
Well,
top
we'll see if
4
they
get
both can work
promoted.
together. Maybe they can catch Super Van Roy.
Yeah. And for if
Now, this is now the thing. If they're going to start battling each other, they're going to slow each other down.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But I mean, so far they've just
Definitely
been
different lines between.
they've just been picking up the pieces so far, so it's worked in their favour. But yeah, if they keep battling, they're going to lose out.
I'm just going to
Oh,
run
no!
Ooh,
Super Van Roy and
Roy
Wally.
and Wally into the sand at the same time.
Oh.
Light Rex taking the most of that.
Yeah. Beep beep.
Oh, I'm going to run down the order quickly. We've got K-Tech running in 9th place. And then we've got Light Rex finding himself in 7th. What happened to 8th? Okay, we've got Volley then
Volley
in
in
8th
8th.
place.
Yeah.
Yes. And Light Rex going wide again. He's currently in 7th place. So him and Volley is actually teammates. You can actually see the car scheme, color schemes is exactly the same. Then we've got Super Van Roy finding himself in 6th place. And Yui has made up some good spots in this last lap. He's now currently in 5th in that Lightning McQueen style Ferrari.
Ferrari.
of his. Then we've got
Paint job
F50
maybe
Venom.
gave him extra power there.
Most probably. We've got F50 Venom now in 4th place. Now Venom and Yui is actually teammates, so that will be good for their team as well. And then Remington down in third place. Remington's been struggling with the tune, if I remember correctly, from earlier, or chatting with him earlier.
That's Reaper in third.
So yeah, that you will be definitely glad about being able to stay in third for now, seeing that this track is not very good for this car. I've not seen anyone being able to actually do good laps in this car around this track.
So
Rex is right on the back of Superman Roy.
we've got a few new viewers in tonight. So just to explain, this is the semi-pro group. We have an amateur, semi-pro, and a pro. So the leaderboard standing counts because we have a promotion and relegation system. So I think it's the top 4. Am I correct? And the bottom 4.
Yes.
So if
well, the top 4, so the bottom 4 of pro gets relegated.
I see.
But
that's
the
right.
Top 4 of yes.
Yeah, so top 4 semi-pro, they'll go up into pro, and then the bottom 4 of pro, they'll go down to semi-pro. So it really matters, the points that they accumulate.
Yes, definitely. We've got Jester now finding himself still in second place.
Rex on the inside of Superman Royal, bit of contact into the last corner there.
And it doesn't look like Jester's able to catch up to Remington that's at the front, and we've got Skommeltolly still all the way behind Remington, yeah.
Well, I just figured out why. If you look closely on Remington's livery, he's got a Union Jack, so you know he's bulletproof basically.
That's true. Well, he stuck to the same livery he did for Silverstone,
and I love it.
He changed a couple of things, like he removed the Silverstone track render that was on the car. He removed that. But other than that, the livery looks pretty much the same.
Yeah. He's got it nicely hooked up through the corners.
Venom's livery as well. It's so cool. As I assume him and Yui are the same team because they both got Speed McQueen type liveries.
Oh yeah, you're talking about Venom and Yui.
Yeah.
Yes,
that is awesome there. That's really cool.
Yeah, that is super cool.
Gotta jump on board with Reaper, see how he's doing. Can't be doing that bad for
Jester
third.
has closed the gap.
He's in third, yeah.
Jester has closed the gap to Remington in first, so Remington just needs to focus again. Make sure he's running the lines that he wants to run. And Jester doing everything to try and close down. Oh, he's on the back of him going into the main straight now.
Ferrari should have the legs, I believe. Oh, bit of contact with the Aston.
Very close.
Very stable.
Well, no, actually the Aston has got legs over the Ferrari.
What?
Going over the
When does that happen?
over the start-finish line. Maybe it's the acceleration of the Aston Martin that comes into play there, because you could see it to the end of the straight. You could see the Ferrari closing the gap again.
Both cars looking really stable there.
Yes, definitely. These guys have been putting in the laps around this track.
I'm giving Reaper the full Hollywood cameras at the moment.
Well, I'm going to jump down the order again a bit, so to see if there's anyone in a battle currently. So Jester doing a 44.5 lap time.
That's right.
Which is extremely fast.
Now, when's our first pit window? Is it lap 9?
I need to check quickly.
Yeah.
I checked before the race started and I forgot about it.
Yeah, but there are 3 mandatory pits for this race, aren't there? Because the fuel tank on the Ferrari is not so big.
Yeah, unfortunately. While I am on board with... Oh, no. Who are we losing?
Doesn't look good.
No.
Oh, no.
Who is it?
Who's that?
I don't see anyone. I don't see any movement. It's just Aister. No, I think we're safe.
Might have just been lag. Aister's still out.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of lag. I'm going to jump on board with the front guys again. I see the gap is very close.
With Jester and Remington.
Venom is catching Reaper very quickly.
Two are, the two at the front is in a battle currently, giving each other some love taps. FaZe, thank you so much for the follow, man. Welcome to the cold side of the things.
The madhouse.
Helping the world get cooler, ice cube at a time.
I like it.
One ice cube at a time. I'm trying to speak too fast here. I've got some.
You need to put your talking
accidents
teeth in.
with
Yeah.
exactly. Remington and Jester going at it. Jester on the inside of Remington now.
I've got Venom looking
And
to
he's
make a
got the
move.
job- He's got the job done. Let's see if Remington can get back. Sully, how are you doing, man? Thank you for joining.
Ooh. Very, very close by Venom though. Reaper's doing a good job of defending. Oh my god, that thing moves. You know, that it may not be quick through the corners, but that Lycan takes off.
Well, I'm looking at Remington still. He is still finding himself behind
Just
behind Jester, but he's going to try and go for the... No, he's not going to try and go for the move, but he had the brakes. Going
just
there.
running wide.
Jester, yes. Let's see, come on, give us a fight worthy of
Vulcan is
viewing.
looking like quite a cool car though.
It does. I really
It's a
love
strange
how it
look.
looks
I don't know.
like.
It's like only a face that the mother can love type thing.
I don't know, I kind of like it.
Got a face for radio.
Face for
That's-
radio. Okay, so Pits has actually opened lap 7.
The light Rex
open
is in.
Till lap 9. Let's see what happens here. These guys need to go into the pits in the next time around. So yeah.
Well,
Interesting to
Has
see if they
anyone-
go in the pits at the same time, like as close as they are now, and see if it makes a difference with their positions.
Well, it actually sometimes it does make a difference. I've seen guys actually pit right behind me and come out in front of me.
Yeah, don't know how that works.
It actually happened in one of the GT3 races to the end of last year with me and 9 Cop.
The gap that Lycan pulls on the Ferrari is just ridiculous. F50 Venom has
so-
just seen that Lycan disappear on the straight.
Shit.
Well,
That's
we've
heartbreaking,
got,
Bart.
Jester just pulling a gap now on Remington. Remington needs to start focusing again because Jester is definitely pulling away at the front. Just a bit of information here of FaZe. He says he is watching with his dad. His dad is battered 0.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, can't wait to see you join your dad in racing, man. We've got Scommel saying here that that British Bulldog is going to chomp that stallion's ass.
You know it.
Well, that's what we're hoping for between Jester and Remington is a good fight. But at this stage, Remington is dropping down. And it seems, yep, both of them going into the pits, I believe. Yes, both of them
There we
into
go.
the pits.
Yeah. We'll keep an eye on that gap.
Oh, Light Rex and
Jester's
UV
got
going
fastest
wide.
lap, though.
Venom into the pits. I think everyone is going into the pits right now. Yeah,
No,
Volley
interesting
as
because
well.
Light Rex has been in the pits, so let's watch from
Are you
Light
sure?
Rex's point
Yeah,
of view.
okay, I can see the gap between Volley and Light Rex is quite big. So let's see where Light Rex comes out when the rest of the guys exits the pits.
It's only heading towards the second last corner now.
A final corner now. Let's see what happens. Light Rex on the straight
I
still.
think he's going to need
Well,
the nitrous button to get in
He's
front.
definitely passing Volley, I believe.
Yeah,
Yes, he
he's gone
passed
past.
Volley. And it's only Volley he got past. Finding himself in 5th, but he's not too
Ooh,
far.
he's right on the back of Venom by the looks of it.
No, he's actually overtaken Yui as well. Oh no, Yui was behind him.
Yeah, no, he's been chasing him for a
Okay.
couple of laps, but the gap's just opened up in the last half a lap. Oh, who's Light Rex on to now?
On the
Venom.
back of Venom.
Right.
F50
okay.
Venom, yeah.
And Reaper is also not too far in front of these two. So Light Rex is looking at a very good 3rd place if he can finish well. If he can keep that pace going.
Now he's one of the guys that was promoted or qualified from AM into semi-pro. So this is his first series, isn't it, in semi-pro?
Yes, that is correct. They did a good job last time around, and with the previous series in the AM group.
Every
Had
race.
some unfortunate disconnections and so on, but
Yeah.
he finished very well.
Every race I've seen him, he gives a good account of himself.
Yes, and he improves race by race as well. Sally, thank you very much, man. I really appreciate that. It's been a bit of work going in, and it's good to see that you guys are finding the fine lines there, that you guys are actually seeing it. So we really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Our marriages
Sally
are
just,
falling apart,
saying-
but it's all worth it.
As long as you guys are happy.
And we've got Remington on the inside of Jester coming into the first corner. Side by side, second corner. Woo! Some close racing happening here.
Got Rex that is also past F50 Venom now.
Yeah.
I want to move down to different battles as well, but this battle is just intriguing.
Well, I'm on board with like Rex at the moment. I want to see if Yuvi can make a move because he's threatening to. He's definitely got the pace.
Remington keeping it tight on the apex. Using every bit of track that he can. If he can get in front of Jester again, that will definitely help him.
Oh, we've got Sully giving some love there. Come on, Hank.
Yeah, and saying, come on, Hank. Good. Okay, let's see. I'm going to quickly focus on top, who is also close to each other. We've got Super Van Roy also not too far behind K-Tech. I'm quickly going to jump on board with that. Oh, Remington almost losing it into the hairpin.
Still pushing hard, I think.
Let's see, Super Van Roy.
Looks like Light
and-
Rex is also catching Reaper though.
But he's still
These
holding
guys are
third
actually
though, isn't he?
quite
He's doing a great job.
Close to each other.
This is the slow part for the Lycan. As soon as they come back onto the straight, you just watch him
Yeah.
disappear. I'm on board with Light Rex now, so I'm going to watch him disappear into the horizon.
We've got MD4 here saying, go Jester, yeah boy. We've got some love
Nice.
for everyone around here. It's
There
good
we go.
to see these guys battling it out. And Volley still currently in 7th place. 7th, 8th and 9th is separated by like 4 seconds. And we've got Super Van Roy actually looking to overtake K-Tech here. Let's see, going into the first corner. Is less than a second behind. This is what we call in Formula 1 the DRS zone.
I tell you what, Light Rex has caught him much quicker this time, so he could actually make a move.
I think
So,
you might make a move by the end of this lap.
Yeah.
Jester has opened up with almost 3-second gap over Remington. And Super Van Roy drifting into turn number 4. Coming down to turn number 5. Definitely closing the gap.
Ferraris just look a lot more like they enjoy this track over all the
Well,
other
it's
cars,
a
I think.
handling track, so
Yeah.
the handling aspect is definitely coming through.
They struggled a little bit with
Light Rex is
Silverstone.
right there.
The thing with, I think what the Ferrari is enjoying. Hazy, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the
Madhouse.
Ice Cube Club. Making the world cooler.
Oh,
Light
on
Rex
the
is
inside.
fine.
Oh, don't. Oh, heart was in my mouth there.
And there goes
Unbelievable.
Reaper again. Yeah.
And he's gone. Yeah. See you next
Lycan
lap.
is going.
Whew,
I don't know
this
if he's
is
gonna have
close
enough of a
battle
gap,
between
though.
these two. And the funny thing about this is with those two battling, it should actually get Venom closer to them, but it seems
Exactly, yeah.
that their fighting is actually pulling a gap between the rest of them.
Oh, look at this.
I'm checking from Venom's side. I'm going to jump on board with Venom and check if I can see the battle in front. You guys can definitely see how close Lightrex and Reaper is to each other. Lightrex on the outside.
Right there.
Is he gonna go for
Turn
it?
it on the inside.
Oh,
Oh, go on, go on, go on.
He's got it. No,
He didn't get the drive. Look at the Lycan again. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
The Lycan's.
Lycan's
corner
great for
exit is
acceleration, but the brakes are a problem.
Yui's struggling a bit with some oversteer, yeah? Oh, and Lightrix also losing
Almost
it a
going
bit.
for the sand. Yeah.
No, I'm
Patrick's gonna have to
I'm-
make a move before the final start, or final straight anyway.
Let's be honest. I mean, this is a bogey track for Reaper, isn't it? So he's doing an outstanding job in third place right now.
Scommel saying he's Aston has got a surprise for the pro group.
It looks like.
I can tell you this, Scommel, that this time I won't be close to you. I am not getting this track under my wings, so good luck with that, man. Get some points off the top guys.
Jester's Venom's lurking there in the distance.
He definitely wants these two guys to battle it out so you can close the gap. So we still got Super Van Roy behind K-Tech. He definitely closed the gap, and in the last lap I think he made a couple of silly mistakes. It's definitely cost him time, because now he's over 2 seconds, or over 1 second behind K-Tech, 1.5 seconds.
Well, they're going to be thinking about the second pit stop now, aren't they, these guys? Let's just move a little bit down.
Yeah, it's second. I'm just quickly checking up. It looks like... Why is my stream lagging?
It's those C cables, I tell you.
Unbelievable.
No, it's actually...
They're even close at the back.
It looks fine again now. Let's see. Yes, it's...
K-Tech and
perfect.
Wally seem quite close.
I was very strange from...
Scummel, I'm overcoming 6th. That's it. P1 or nothing.
It's his lucky number,
Yeah.
or unlucky number, depending which way you look at it.
Yeah, let's see what Jester is doing in the front. Jester is now definitely...
F50, yeah, they're right there. F50 Venom, right Rex on the back of
Right.
Reaper.
Jester
Reaper
has got
should
the
get in front though.
bit between his teeth now. He's opened up a very good gap over Remington. Remington still doing good in second place. Well, the second pit stop should open the next lap, lap 16.
The heat is on.
Definitely. So we've got Lightrex, Venom, and Reaper battling it out for third place. 2 Ferraris versus a Lycan. I'm actually surprised in how this Lycan is doing on this track. Lightrex going wide again.
Ooh, yeah, he's done that a couple of times now. Thinking maybe it's his gearing.
Oh, wide in the hairpin as well. Well, maybe soon we can have a 4-way battle for third place, because we've got Yuri also at the back catching up. Yuri currently in 6th place.
F50 Venom's in front of Light Rex, but still behind Reaper. Reaper just managing to... Oh, he's going to run a little wide.
Oh my word, look at
Should
this!
Get him back in
Look
front.
at this! Yes. Oh, look. And then it's off. Like a steam train. Gone.
Yeah, I think he's lucky. He's so happy he's got all that speed.
Ew.
He can just go defensive for the rest of the lap.
I think that's one thing that's keeping him.
I do
in-
believe he, it does look like he's getting really bullied by these Italian fans. They really had enough, I think.
The prancing
And
horses.
Lightrix on the
Contact
inside.
there, yeah.
We've got Venom also trying
Diving
to
on
get
the
some
inside,
action
and that
here.
actually worked.
Oh, it was good. Well, if Reaper can stick close, he can get down.
Oh,
contact
Venom running
there.
into the back of
Oh
Reaper.
no.
Oh, that's...
Oh, there's UV. Is that
Lightrix is
UV?
over.
About that.
Just in the background.
Yeah, Yui on the back of Venom now.
Oh,
yes.
he could be picking up some
Teammates.
pieces.
Yeah. We'll see if there's team orders coming through now.
Let's see what's happening here.
Right in the back of Venom.
Yeah, he's trying to overtake him now. Let's see if Reaper can get close to... no, I think the gap between Reaper and Lightrix is too big for the straight to actually pull back.
No, there's not much that much of a difference.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, Lightrix is gone now. So Reaper well defended there for a very long time.
This 599 has got the legs on the FXXK. He's closing in on F50 Venom here, UV.
Quickly jumping on board, yeah. Well, not quick enough, it seems. The Jester still finding himself in first place. We've got Super Van Roy into the pits.
Right, so pit window's open.
Yes, lap 16, 17 and 18. The next lap is last lap for the guys to actually pit. Remington still doing a good job in second place. He's not catching up to Jester, but he's at least staying around
Holding firm.
on pace. Yeah, he's doing lap after lap, same lap time, so very consistent driving there. Let's see if Lightrix can actually catch up to...
Well, it's only because of an early incident that he ended up at the back of the field, so he's actually worked his way through the whole field to be where he is right now.
Yes. No, he's done a couple of silly mistakes going off track.
Right, UV's going into the pits.
So Lightrix is currently 11
Reaper.
seconds behind Remington. Yeah, Volley now down into 5th place.
So he's gained 2 positions then.
Well, he still needs to pit for the
Oh,
second time,
right.
so yeah. Him and Venom. K-Tech also needs to pit still. K-Tech now down to 6th place with a pit stop still to come.
Right, so we're going to have to wait until, what, lap 20 just to see the actual positions on track.
Yeah, well, yeah, lap 20 should be the best indication.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jester into the pits. Now Remington should follow. Yes, Remington also into the pits. Let's see, Lightrix coming around the final corner. Well, final chicane, also heading into the pits.
Yeah, Venom's just going in.
Skunkworks using his emote
You know
in the
it.
chat. Cool as ice. I like it.
Personal touch.
Here we go.
Okay, so everyone should have been either been in the
Ooh, bit of
pits or
contact
still
there.
needs to pit.
Wally and
So I'm on
Light Race
board with-
crashing right into each other there.
I'm on board with Reaper now as he exits the final corner. He's currently in 7th place. I want to see where he ends up after
The Light
he
Rex
goes
is out.
through.
Wally is almost out. Or is it F50? I think it's F50 actually.
Okay, so Reaper finding himself. Oh, Venom almost taking Reaper on the pit exit. Venom is still right behind Reaper. That was a very close one there. Light Rex was
See
a
if
1
Reaper
minute
can hold on.
44.3.
Good time, that.
That's
Yeah.
excellent times from these guys.
Yeah, they're definitely putting pressure on the pro boys.
Oh yes, for sure. There's some pros that's still not even in the 1 minute 45s.
You'll get it right, man.
Oh, we've got Venom on the inside of Reaper. Oh, that pull away of the Lycan is just too good
I think it's like a saving grace for Reaper at the moment.
Yeah.
at this stage, yes.
More like hyper speed than hyper sport.
Yeah. Ooh,
Oh,
little
bit of a-
sideways there.
Bit of sideways action. I have to say the one that lost out in the split window was Yui, because he was right on the back of his teammate Venom, and he's just dropped down now.
Mm. Not too far off. He might catch if they carry on battling though. Ooh, let's see if the Lycan gets a good run. Yeah, it looks like a good run.
Yeah, Yui
He's
is currently
engaging
2
hyperspeed at the
seconds
moment.
behind Venom.
Well, for
But
the-
you can definitely see that gap increasing.
Yeah, for the team CBR guys, Jess is running away at the front. He's got it all to himself now.
Yes.
5-second gap is really strong.
Yeah, yeah. It's to lose.
Remington was putting up a huge battle in the beginning, and since Jess has overtaken him, he's just been putting in consistent laps and just making sure he can grab that 2nd place.
Yeah, the
It's
Vulcan's
good
nice
points
around
there.
here.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And he needs it because he got DC'd for the first couple of races and he didn't deserve that. I think he was leading the first
Yeah.
race, wasn't he, when he DC'd?
No, he was finding himself in 2nd place.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yes, when he got disconnected. And the previous race, he was up there. I think he was in 3rd place.
Yeah. A light
And so
Rex
far, the only
got a nice gap as well to 4th.
Ezekiel asking in the chat. Imagine the cost of running a real life Lycan race car.
Yeah, oh, jeez. With diamonds in its headlights, every incident, it costs you about, God knows, what would it cost?
Yeah.
New set of diamond
Well,
headlights, please. $1 million.
It takes me back. Was it 2006 where the F1 Red Bull team was running diamonds in the car for the Monaco race?
Jeez.
And they actually they got an incident and the diamonds disappeared.
I can imagine, yeah. You imagine it here in South
think it was-
Africa. I mean, if a
The
bread
car
truck,
crashes, like,
yeah.
people usually run for carbon
Yeah.
fiber, and yeah, you're running for diamonds. Like, yeah.
But yeah, it's one diamond was worth $300,000,
Yowza.
Oh, I can see. Yeah,
and they had
definitely the
two on
reason why it
each car.
disappeared. Yes.
So that's what's that? 1.2 million dollars
Yeah.
It's insane.
worth of diamonds, and both cars didn't finish the race.
Yes.
Both was involved in incidents. So yeah, I think it was 2006.
Was there any explanation why they needed the diamonds?
It was
It was flashy.
Red Bull, Red Bull normally does these special liveries for some movies that comes out.
Yes.
So the movie that came out was the Ocean's 11 franchise. I think it was the second one. Ocean's 12, or it was the first one. I can't remember. But it was one of those two movies that they did the livery, special livery for. And the movie was about a diamond heist.
And they use real diamonds, of course.
And they used real diamonds in the car. Well, that's the story that's going around. So we will never know the truth, eh? The truth is out.
Oh, F50 is on the back of Reaper. No, Reaper
Well,
pulls.
this battle's been ongoing for a while now, and
It's like a repeat
can
of
see
Light
it
Rex.
Just gets close and then loses it. Yeah.
as soon as they get to the straights, a Reaper pulls away. When they get to the corners again, then you can see Venom's on the back of him. I think for Reaper to go down, I think Venom and Yui needs to work together. They need to get Yui to battle it with Reaper, because Yui's top end is a bit better than than Venom's top end.
Yes.
So maybe if Yui can stick to Reaper down the main straight, he can maybe snuck it up to the inside. But of
A
contact,
little oh,
pushing
F50's
Reaper
waiting. This will
wide.
bring UV into play, though.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, because if they can do that and Yui can get in front of Reaper, then you can see Yui slowing down Reaper enough for Venom to actually get past. Bit of teamwork there, but we'll have to see if they can get that working for them.
Well, ideally, F50 wants to get in front of Reaper and try and hold him up to bring UV into play.
But the problem with F50 Venom, as soon as he gets in front, he won't be able to slow down Reaper, because when he gets to the straight, Reaper is just going to pull out from the slipstream and overtake him.
Yeah.
The Yui is definitely liking this battle. I'm going to jump on board with Yui, and I'm going to jump on the nose cam as we get close to the two in front here. Reaper using as much as of the track as possible.
I think he's going to be really on the defensive now. 2 Ferraris behind him.
Well, there's the team order coming in. Yui coming past. I was
Yui's
on
allowed
board
to
with
pounce.
that action. Let's see.
What a great move.
Yeah, that was a very good move. It looked like he was going to overshoot the corner, but yeah. I wonder if these two's not listening to the stream here, listening to my tactics that I'm giving away.
Yeah, they're trying something else.
Nuggets of gold you're dropping. Oh, he's coming back.
I don't think they're...
He's doing everything to avoid contact, though.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to take out your own teammates.
No.
Eh? That's
No,
the
definitely no.
Yeah.
the no-go rule.
Well, they are in Ferraris, though.
Any
racing
motorsport, yeah.
sport. Oh, that was a low blow. That was a low blow. I'll remember that the next time Hamilton and his teammate takes each other out again. Remember this track a couple of years ago? Was it 2016?
Bottas, by the way, is looking extremely quick. Did you see the testing? The pre-season testing?
No, the only thing that everyone has been seeing
Oh,
about the
UV!
testing is Merck's DAS system.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing that's
It's genius.
going
It's
around
absolute genius.
in testing. It is. It's magnificent.
I hope they
Well,
don't
was.
ban
They
that.
can't use it.
Yeah. Has it been
I
banned?
think it's already been banned.
No.
Well, they've already come out and said it's banned for the 2021 season
Oh.
under the new regulations. So they're still speculating about this season. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of work to get it banned. The thing is, those cars are so sensitive, and everything is so connected with the suspension. And by changing the toe, they're speculating that it actually is work on the suspension.
Oh.
So if that's the
so
case, then
rather
they're gonna
than
ban
just
it.
the steering.
Yes.
Right. Eesh.
So yeah, there's still a lot of speculation. So
They're
we'll
trying
see.
to find the loophole, yeah.
It could be one of Merck's trump cards that they're using. Like, listen here, let's get everyone focusing on this during testing and get them
Yeah.
off the focus of the real pace of the car.
Well,
You know,
I
then
thought
comes,
I thought it was funny they chose.
Australia.
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Then they don't use the DAS system in Australia. Then it would be funny.
Oh yeah.
But you were saying,
No, but I thought it was funny because they chose to rebuild the car from scratch. Like they've redone the front, middle, and the back part of the car when they've got the completely new rules next year. I thought they would have just stuck with the car they had, improved it slightly, and then gone completely different next year.
well,
But I think they've got the budget, so
Mm.
may as well use it.
I think everyone was already, well, if you look at the top three, or let's say the top 4 teams, has definitely stopped.
Venom in the pits.
stopped-
Sorry, man.
Oh yeah, it's pit times again.
Try the undercut.
I don't think the teams actually stopped developing for the next season's car just because the season afterwards the regulations change. I think with the teams with the budgets they have, they've got enough people to actually still develop on the current car and already work on the next car as well.
Right. So they're loaded basically.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I
well,
would
look at
Merc already has a
Ferrari,
2021
Merc,
car already.
McLaren, Red Bull,
Yeah.
the money is definitely, and now with Aston Martin being involved
Back in the
with
loop.
the Force India guys, or what they called now, the Racing
Racing
Point.
Point. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean Racing Point is running the same spec of downforce and stuff as the Merc currently. So they
Interesting
could
to see
also
what
be,
happens.
yeah, they could also.
I
be a
just
threat,
hope it's a
but
good season, though.
that's what everyone is hoping for. We want a 2010 season again.
We have a 44.3 from Jester, which is an outstanding time.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's very strong.
some of these guys are extremely fast around this track.
It's like a full second faster than my fastest lap.
In the Lycan, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you've been doing a lot of TT, so we'll excuse you for that.
A lot of
Yui
swearing. It's more
Yui
than
went
it is.
into the pits and he's finding himself now behind Super Van Roy.
Yeah, him and F50 Venom have gone in already, so it's just now to see where everyone starts coming out. Yeah.
Light Rex is choosing to stay out as long as possible, so he's currently in P1. Obviously, he won't be when everyone's
So Yui
pitted.
getting past Super Van Roy now.
Reaper's still going, so Reaper's going to choose to pit at a later stage.
Okay, take into the pit wall as he enters the pit. Volley still staying out.
I don't think Reaper can afford any mistakes if he wants to stay in front of Venom, though, by the time he comes out the pits.
Yeah, he's got to,
Yeah.
he's got to keep
He
it
needs to
clean.
literally have a perfect lap.
Well,
yeah.
if I was Reaper, I would have pitted the lap directly after Venom,
so you
just
don't give him
because
time
now-
to catch.
because Venom has got now 2 laps to actually close that gap or even get past Reaper. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I think yeah, pit ends this lap.
Yeah, so Light Rex needs to
guys
go
need to
in.
go into the
Yeah.
everyone needs to. The guys who haven't pitted.
That means
need
Reaper's going to
to-
go in. Wally's probably going to go in. And Remington, I think. It's only a 25-second gap between Reaper and Remington.
There we
so
go.
It's not too much.
Light Rex has gone in. Okay, we're on board with Jester now. How's he looking? Oh, yeah, he's got a nice gap.
Oh, Remington behind Volley. Volley needs
Reaper's
to pit
in.
now. Yeah, Volley also into the pit.
Going to jump onto Venom and see what's going on.
Remington now into second place.
Venom's into the final chicane.
So what do you guys at home think then?
Yeah.
Top 3, I think Jester may have sealed P1, but who's going to take P2 and P3?
No, Jester will definitely. Well, P2 is also Remington.
I think Remington
definitely.
also, yeah.
Well, the gap between Lightrex and Remington is now 7 seconds with 7 laps to go. So if Lightrex can be a second a lap faster, you can definitely catch him.
It's
To the end of the
He's
race.
definitely the man on the move.
Reaper and
Venom's
Venom.
right on the back.
Yo.
Yes.
I was very close for Reaper.
I think Reaper's going to be the one that's working the hardest tonight. Because he's literally had to defend against almost everyone.
Well, if he can pull off a 4th place, that will be good for him.
No, he'll definitely be happy with that.
Yeah,
'Cause, I
for
mean,
sure.
we were doing practice tonight. He says he wasn't too happy with the setup. And he was still struggling a bit. But I mean, 4th place is good.
As I say, this
See if
is
he can hold on there.
this is bogey track, isn't it? So it's just about getting his maximum points, and then when it comes to the faster tracks, he has to do his thing. I think we've still got Magello coming up. Am I correct? And Kota.
Ooh, it's a good track.
Yes.
So you'll have every opportunity
well,
there.
Kota is a very different track because it's got a bit of everything. You've got your low speed corners,
Yeah.
and then you've got your very long straights as well. So
Well, once you pass the
Kota's gonna
first
be
chicane,
difficult.
yeah, you can power through the rest.
yeah. Magello is all about those long corners,
Yeah.
long fast corners.
A well-balanced setup. You can't have too much
Yeah.
aero because obviously you've got the straight, so you want to get as much top end as you can.
Well, that's where I'm actually lucky with the Regera there.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting over 320 k's per hour very easily,
Jeez.
even if I'm running full aero.
Yeah. Well, these Ferraris are going to get chewed up there.
Well, it's up to these Ferraris to get the gap during the corners.
Yeah.
It looks like Venom is settling for 5th place now. And just another spanner in the works is that Kota will be at night.
Ooh. It'll
And
look
I
nice
believe
on
it's the
stream.
next track.
Does the Aston Martin have headlights? Those
I think
fancy
it does.
LEDs, I think.
I think it does. Well, he needs to brighten up his screen then if he wants to race.
Full brightness.
It will look like daylight in the race. Just running through the order again quickly. We've got Jester running in 1st place with a nice gap between himself and 2nd place. 2nd place is currently Remington in the Aston Martin. Now Remington needs to be wary here because it definitely looks like Lightrex is closing the gap on him. Okay, no, actually not. So the gap has actually gone the other way around. The gap is now 15 seconds.
Ooh.
I wonder if Lightrex didn't make a mistake because it definitely looked like he was closing
Yeah,
the
no,
gap.
it looked like he was closing.
It
And
must
then
be an
we've got
error,
the
yeah.
epic- then we've got the epic battle between Reaper and Venom here for 4th place. But it seems both these guys are settled for 4th and 5th.
Anything can happen in 5. Like, oh, Venom's gone extremely wide there. I wonder why he did that.
And then we've got Yui in 6th place. And guess who's right behind Yui?
Who was it? Volley?
We've got Volley chasing down Yui for 6th place.
Fantastic. They're both doing 145s. K-Tech 146.1. Supervan Roy 146.4. I didn't see after that.
Oh, Volley definitely improving as this race goes on. This is the epic battle. Oh, Volley almost losing it. I wonder if there was contact there between Volley and Yui.
Oh, it's a
Because
tough
Yui
corner.
found himself in the in the kitty litter there. So Volley now up to 6th place. Let's look at K-Tech now currently still in 8th place with Super Van Roy behind him.
I think it's battle between Reaper and Venom's going to go all the way to the end of the race.
It should, yes.
Unless one of them makes a mistake, I think it's literally going to be close.
It's a concertina.
Reaper's now just going to extend the game.
Yeah.
It's like Venom
Well-
just can't get close enough before the end of the lap.
Well, I can tell you this, Volley would want them to battle it out and slow each other down. Because he's definitely
Oh
on the
no,
move
definitely.
now.
5-second gap now, so we'll just keep an eye on that.
I think it might be too big though for 4 laps. I could be wrong.
We'll see now. It's 4.8.
Yeah.
It is coming down. 4.7 just before it changed over again.
The racing has been super close though. I mean, this is excellent because we've got quite a variety of different manufacturers, and yeah, no one's really pulled away. I mean, apart from Jester, obviously.
I'm
He's got a
surprised
nice
there's
lead.
no Lamborghinis in the semi-pros or
That's also
Yeah,
maybe
true.
not just race tonight.
Yeah, there's no Veninos.
I think there has been guys in the Veninos.
In semi-pro.
Yeah, I think on the first race there was 1 or 2.
Maybe one of the absentee guys.
What's Flash? No, Flash is in Ferrari also, if I remember correctly.
Yes. This
Reaper
battle
manages to hold on to another one.
between, this battle between these two
He's so
is
close.
epic.
The drive through that last corner is everything.
Yeah.
As soon as Venom thinks he's close enough for overtake, then Reaper just unleashes that beast on the straights. Super Van Roy running a bit wide in the third last corner.
Yeah, there's still so much heartbreak for Easter there. To
Yes,
leading
like
the race.
And being the only one that disconnected from the race with 3 laps to go. That
And
is-
representing the love of my life, the Pagani. It's not meant to be.
Don't lie, TT is now the new love of your life.
The way we argue, you would say that.
That's a good one. Oh my word. So we've got Yui now 2 seconds behind a Volley still. Wanna see Volley. Volley's managing the gap. He's still 4.8 seconds behind 4th and 5th place.
I'm going to give some love to Jester just for a lap or two. Well, until the end, why not? Got plenty of support out
Yeah.
there.
Why not? Yes. No, Venom is definitely trying to chase down, doing everything he can on Reaper.
Catalunya is a great track. I think it brings out the best racing in everyone. No one, I haven't heard anybody complain about this track like we had with Nürburgring.
No, I was complaining about this track. You haven't listened. That's
Yeah,
the
well,
only
I don't
thing.
listen to you. I mean, everyone else.
No, I actually do love this track. It's just you need to be in the right car, and I still don't think the Regera is the right car for this track.
It was a gamble, but so far it is paying off. You've been in the points.
Well, I've been the first race I was finding myself in 7th place. And then second race, a surprising fourth after a couple of good battles. So yeah, I didn't expect that. So I'm not expecting anything for this one because I'm already between 3 and 4 seconds down the rest of the guys. But yeah, anything can happen, eh? A huge accident at the beginning can put me right up there.
We've seen everything by now.
Positive thinking.
Yeah.
I think the worst drawback of the Regera is the pull away. If the start could have been a bit faster, it could work. But I go from first on the grid to dead last in a couple of seconds.
Is it that bad?
It's really bad.
Oh.
If you just look at the previous race at Silverstone, I think I was like 4th on the grid. And by the first corner, I was dead last.
Jeez.
And it was only thanks to Sully going off track that I actually gained a couple of spots.
Is there no
and then it was
gearing adjustment? You can't increase the acceleration?
No, you can't.
Right.
You can't change anything on the gearing. So that is... Yeah, that's quite bad. And we've got Reaper touching the grass here. That's going to get Venom closer to him. Remington now 10 seconds behind Jester. I'm going to jump on board with Remington, give him some love as well.
Absolutely, they deserve it. Cracking race.
Yeah.
Because you remember,
Well,
Jester started at the back on the starting grid itself.
Yes.
And it looks like he will be in the next race as well.
Yeah, well, if he stays at the front, he will increase his lead over everyone else. Remington has definitely got this car hooked up. It's turning in nicely.
And it looks so good.
It does. With the Union flag and everything.
Yeah,
It's really good.
it's it.
Heading up to the first corner. Just want to bring up the stats here. He's going in second gear through corner number 4.
F50 Venom's definitely fallen off the back of Reaper though.
Yeah, I think he's just settling for 5th place now. Well, Volley is only 2 seconds behind him with on the last lap.
So you can't relax too much. He looks back, he will probably get a fright.
Remington has got a very long second gear. Goes up to almost 170 k's per hour before he changed to 3rd.
Well, I see Jester's got the 3rd gear corners geared into 2nd, and it's working for him.
And same with Remington.
Maybe that's the trick to the track.
There we go. Pro guys.
Well, I can't change anything, so I'll be sticking in my 1st gear. The whole
There you go. For the win.
Is there no race gearbox for that?
No, unfortunately not. Nothing. Okay, Remington crossing the line in 2nd place. Well driven.
done to
His
those
first
guys.
race.
Fantastic. Excellent.
There we go, he's
Celebrating.
finished.
Well done, Meg. He'll have the champagne on ice.
And we've got Light Rex crossing the line 3rd.
Hard for. Oh no, he's waiting. He's waiting. Who's he waiting for? Oh.
There he crosses the line.
Cheeky.
He was just showing off.
Just trying to give us a heart attack.
There we go. Well done, Reaper in
Maybe
4th.
he's watching the stream and he's like, watch this.
Yeah.
Okay, Remington, Reaper in 4th place. Wild drive.
F50 in 5th as well.
He did a very good drive to defend.
Well, he also 6th, and I think Yui brought him 7th.
Yeah, UE 7th. And we've got K-Tech coming around in 8th place, crossing the line now. Well done to these guys. Super Van Roy about to finish as well. Coming into the final sector now. Chicane. And dropping down into the final corner on the main straight.
Flooring it down the straight.
I have to say these guys did an epic job with the liveries,
There
and
you
he
go.
crossed the
No,
line
very
in ninth place. And the only guy that disconnected from the race was Aister.
Unfortunate.
Well done to the top guys there. Jester with another win. Remington finally finishing a race in second place, and Lightrex in third. Well done, guys. Phew, that was some epic racing at times. Freaking hell. Reaper had us on
Reaper,
the edge of our seats here.
Often.
Yo, I was close, and I think he can thank